On China's military anniversary, a massive missile was launched, and now, for the first time in decades, the footage has been released. A powerful intercontinental system soared across the sky, landing in the heart of a nuclear-free zone. But this wasn't just a routine test. It was a clear signal. What does it mean? And why reveal it now? This episode unpacks the message behind the missile and what it means for the world. On September 25, 2024, a long-range intercontinental missile launched from within China's territory and traveled across thousands of kilometers before landing in international waters. But it wasn't until nearly a year later, during the 98th anniversary of the founding of the People's Liberation Army, that the event was brought into public view through official footage broadcast by Chinese state media. This marked one of the most high-profile military disclosures from China in recent years and the first public release of an ICBM test in decades. The missile featured in the video is widely assessed by defense analysts to be the DF-31AG, a modernized, mobile-launched intercontinental ballistic missile system capable of carrying multiple warheads. This missile is designed for mobility, using an off-road capable transporter erector launcher, which significantly improves survivability in strategic operations. Experts estimate that the DF-31AG can reach targets more than 11,000 kilometers away, placing nearly every major region on the globe within theoretical reach. What made the test even more notable was the location of the splashdown. The dummy warhead landed in the South Pacific, inside a designated nuclear weapon-free zone. While no live warhead was involved, the choice of destination raised eyebrows among regional observers, who viewed the trajectory as a strong indicator of range capability and operational planning. Despite reassurances from Chinese officials that the test followed international protocols and wasn't aimed at any specific region, concerns were voiced by nearby countries due to the zone's sensitive legal status. In the broadcast footage, China Central Television highlighted the launch sequence, missile ignition, and ascent, showing close coordination among rocket force officers. A senior officer in the rocket force even stated in the video that he had been preparing for this mission for over 2 decades, emphasizing the emotional weight and institutional pride connected to the test. This transparency is uncharacteristic of China's strategic forces, which typically avoid disclosing such details. Yet here, the missile test was tied directly to the celebration of national strength, progress, and technological competence. It wasn't just about the launch, it was about symbolism. Releasing the footage of the DF-31AG test wasn't an afterthought. It was a carefully orchestrated message aimed at multiple audiences. Traditionally, China has maintained a policy of discretion when it comes to its nuclear program. So why break that pattern now? The answer lies in the timing, the narrative, and the evolving nature of China's strategic doctrine. The public unveiling coincided with the 98th anniversary of the People's Liberation Army, giving the event a ceremonial and symbolic dimension. This alignment was no coincidence. It was designed to boost national morale and demonstrate military modernization achievements. The Chinese military's media wing not only broadcast the test, but framed it as a point of national dignity and pride. One rocket force officer in the footage stated that this moment had been anticipated for more than 20 years, illustrating how long such demonstrations have been held back from the public eye. Internationally, this event served a much broader purpose. It was a demonstration of China's nuclear second strike capability, the ability to respond with a nuclear force if ever attacked. While the country maintains a declared no-first-use policy, this strategy is only credible if it possesses survivable and reliable systems that can retaliate. Showcasing the DF-31AG, a road-mobile and highly resilient missile system, reaffirms that China is serious about maintaining credible deterrence. Chinese military expert Song Zhongping described the test as proof of China's ability to conduct second strike operations, emphasizing the strategic stability such capability brings. The visibility of this capability may also serve to reduce miscalculations by potential adversaries. By showing, not just stating, its capabilities, China may believe it's reducing the ambiguity that could otherwise lead to misunderstandings. The announcement also served to reinforce China's stated position on responsible nuclear conduct. According to an earlier statement by the Chinese embassy in Washington, D.C., the country commits unconditionally not to use or threaten to use nuclear weapons against non-nuclear weapon states or nuclear weapon-free zones. The test, they argue, followed all international rules and practices and wasn't intended to intimidate any nation. The ripple effects from China's ICBM test go well beyond its borders. Though China insists the launch was part of a routine training plan and fully aligned with international law, the global response reveals how this kind of demonstration, especially from a rapidly evolving nuclear power, can quickly shift geopolitical calculations. Countries in the South Pacific expressed unease, particularly given the missile's descent into a nuclear-free zone. Even though the warhead was inert, the symbolic breach raised questions about how China balances its actions with global expectations. For states that have signed treaties prohibiting nuclear activity in their regions, even a non-armed splashdown feels like a red flag. It's a reminder that strategic demonstrations by major powers can impact distant regions, sometimes without direct warning or consultation. Meanwhile, U.S. defense officials and independent analysts are watching closely. According to the Federation of American Scientists, China currently operates approximately 462 land-based missile launchers that could reach the U.S. mainland. These systems include the DF-5, DF-31, and the more advanced DF-41 families. The DF-31AG's addition to this list signifies growing diversification, not just in numbers, but in mobility and resilience. What's even more concerning to global defense planners is the pace of China's nuclear development. The Pentagon now estimates that China could possess more than 1,000 operational nuclear warheads by 2030, almost double its current count of around 600. This trajectory represents one of the most rapid expansions of a nuclear arsenal in modern history. It signals a move away from a minimal deterrent approach and toward strategic parity with the US and Russia. Arms control experts are raising alarms over this shift, especially since China isn't currently bound by treaties, which impose ceilings on deployed warheads and delivery systems. Without any formal agreement to regulate expansion or ensure transparency, the buildup becomes harder to track and potentially destabilizing. This ICBM test reminds the world that military development doesn't happen in a vacuum. Every demonstration is part of a larger conversation, one that now involves more actors, more technology, and far less room for uncertainty. China's DF-31AG missile test wasn't just a technical exercise, it was a carefully timed strategic display. By releasing the footage nearly a year later, and during a key military anniversary, Beijing signaled its growing confidence in showcasing its nuclear capabilities. The move reflects a shift toward transparency, but also raises global concerns about escalation and deterrent stability. With projections showing China's arsenal rapidly expanding, this test marks a turning point in the global balance of power. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on space exploration and scientific discoveries, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Also, you can visit our website, SpaceEyeNews.com. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.